Students, how are you all doing? Hope you're fine. Hope you're good. Hope you're enjoying your stay at home. Estrella, hope you're fine. Judith, hope you're fine. What about you, Donna, Teresa, Carla, Sergio, Esther? Oh, hope you all are doing just fine. Okay, without wasting your time, this is your agricultural science, strictly for those in primary 6. And we're going to be talking about raising of fruit crops. But before we go into how to raise fruit crops, we need to know what are fruit crops. We need to know the definitions of fruit crops. Please, I want you to pay close attention to everything that we have to say today. Make sure you get your books close to you, your pen, in order to jot down things. And if you have any question in the course of our study today, make sure you ask me your questions. Very, very important. If you don't ask me questions, I will ask you questions. You know what I mean? Alright, back to our topic. We said that today we're going to talk about raising of fruit crops. First, what are fruit crops? We say that fruit crops are plants that we eat their fruits as food. They are plants that we eat their fruits as food. Alright? Those are fruit crops. Now, what do we mean? We mean that fruit crops are crops that produce edible fruits. They are crops that produce fruits that we can be able to eat. And we have so many of them out there, like mango, pear, and so on. So many of them. Alright, that takes us down to steps of raising fruit crops. How to raise fruit crops. Alright? And the reason why we need to know much about this particular topic is so that when you go out there to buy your fruits, you don't just buy fruits and eat. You need to know how they have been raised, how those people that sell them or those farmers that produce them, how they were able to do that. As a great farmer that you are, because I tell you, all of you here, even if you don't take it as your profession, you are a great farmer. You can do anything in the farm with the ideas, with the things that you learn in the class. Alright? So as a great farmer, as a great agriculturist, what do you think, or how do you think we can raise fruit crops? Now let's go to the board and see what happens there. The first one is choose suitable soil. Before you start raising your fruit crops, you must choose your soil. And you do not choose anyhow soil. You will choose the suitable soil that will be okay for you to plant the crop. Very, very important. You cannot plant fruit crops in any kind of soil that you see. So it's very important for you to choose the one that will be suitable for your crop. Now, in that case, we say that fruit crops can grow on different types of soil. How? Now, when we were in primary 5, we talked about soil formation, types of soil, uses of soil, properties of soil, and so on. And we said that soil is formed from the rock. Alright? After that, we have types of soil. We have loamy soil, we have sandy soil, we have clay soil. And we said that loamy soil is used for planting. Sandy soil is used for what? Building. While clay soil is used for molding. And when we're talking about the properties of soil, we say that sandy soil has large particles of which your hand can feel it. It has large particles and it does not hold loamy soil has moderate particles and it holds water moderately, while clay soil has smooth particles but holds water very well. Now, here we say that we plant fruit crops on different types of soil, but however, you cannot plant your fruit crop on all the soils. It must be some particular or a particular kind of soil, which is loamy soil and sandy soil. You cannot plant your fruit crop on clay soil. Why? Because fruit crops don't do well, they don't grow well on waterlogged soil. And like we said earlier, clay soil holds water very well. So we can easily have waterlogged on clay soil. So it's very, very important for us to know that clay soil is a no-no for fruit crops. You cannot plant your fruit crops on clay soil. Alright, down to number 2. Let's move. We said that we need to get planting materials. What are the planting materials? Before you plant your crops, definitely there are things you need to plant, right? Whether you're planting tuber crops, grape crops, ornamental crops, there are things that you need to plant. You cannot just come and say, I want to plant ornamental crops today. Like you just go to the field, you clear your land, you make your soil suitable for the crop, and after you say, I command you ornamental crop, grow. It's not possible. You must plant something, and that is what we want to achieve. In planting fruit crops, one can collect seeds or seedling from a horticultural center. Okay, you must get seed for the fruit crop. Depending on the kind of seed you want to plant, depending on the fruit crop that you want to plant. You might want to plant your mango or guava or apple, pear, anyone at all. Now, you cannot plant apple and get mango. So if you want to plant mango, you must go for what? Mango seed. If you want to plant apple, you must go for what? Apple seed. Very important. Now the third one, it takes us to land clearing and stumping. That is removal of roots of trees. Yeah, you must arrange your land, clear your land, fix it, remove some roots, then put it in a way that you want it to be, how you want it before you start planting. Then the fourth one, that is the main thing, the major part, which is the planting. If you choose your soil, get your seed and clear your land without planting the crop, will it grow? Will you go and harvest any plant? The answer is no. Let's take for instance, one morning you wake up, you go to the farm, clear your bush, arrange yourself. After arranging, you come back, you come back to your mom without planting. You come back to your mom and say, Mommy, I'm done with the plant. In 2 weeks, you go back and say, let me go and check my plant. Let me know how good my plant is doing. Let me know how well, how far it has grown. If you get there, what you will see is empty land. Why? Because there is no plant. You did not plant any. So it's very much important to plant your crops, which is the fourth step. Okay? Planting fruit crops are commonly raised from seeds, and you do that from the seeds. Like we said in the second step, you choose your seeds. Alright? Then the fifth one is transplanting into the orchard. Now, orchard is a place where we plant our fruits. We have pineapple orchard, mango orchard, pear, guava. Now, that is when you have it in bulk, when you have it so many. You cannot plant one guava and you say, this is guava orchard. So when you have it up to 20, 15, 20, thereabout. That is when you can call that place an orchard. And when you plant only a particular set of crops, like fruit crops on a particular place, that is when you can call that place orchard. Alright? When you have your vegetable crops and maybe mistakenly guava germinated and start growing there, you cannot say, this is an orchard, oh my god, I just raised an orchard. No, it's not possible. So, that aside, we go down to the 6th step, fertilizer application. In as much as we call it fruit crops, people see fruit crops as crops that can survive at any condition, in any situation. That's not true. You need to maintain your fruit crops. Apply fertilizer on them on regular basis whenever they need it. Okay? As after that, watering and mulching. You need to water your fruit crops. After watering them, if possible for you, depending on the environment where you are, you mulch them. That mulching is covering them with leaves. Alright. The 8th one is weeding and pest control. You have to weed the place where you planted your fruit crops. It's very, very important you weed the vicinity. You clear it up. You make sure that that place is neat, and you try to remove pests from attacking the crops, like remove pests from the crops and avoid any attack from pests. Okay, students, it's an honor having you online today. Don't fail to always check on your YouTube channels. Always log in. Always come around. We are always there for you. Okay? And we hope to see you soon. Make sure you read, do your homework, and make sure you're still that good student that we know. Thank you. And as for your homework, lest I forget, as for your homework, please, the first question is, what are fruit crops? That's number 1. 2, write 5 steps in raising fruit crops. Alright, take care of yourself and continue to be a good girl. Teacher Queen loves you. Bye.